Good morning dears, welcome back to another English online class. In the previous class we have discussed about block number 4, lesson number 2 and 3. Do you remember which are the lessons? Yes, lesson number 2, present tense verbs, and lesson family member description. Can we use present tense? Yes, we use present tense to express an action that is repeated or done daily and it contains facts. Okay, in the member description we have already written a journal entry about whom? About a family member. Okay, how many paragraphs are there? There are 4 paragraphs. Okay, then tell me, what are we writing in this week? What are we writing? Yes, we are writing a journal entry. About whom? About a family member. We are writing a description about a family member. Then tell me, what are the features of a journal entry? The journal entry includes our thoughts, feelings and opinions based on what? Based on our experiences. Each paragraph should be clearly organized with a topic, sentence and supporting evidence, isn't it? Yes. Then can you imagine if Sunita has written this journal entry about her father without clear paragraphs, with too much spelling mistakes and with the incorrect use of verbs and without topic, sentence and supporting evidence? Can you imagine? We can't. If it is like that, can we tell this is a well written journal entry about her father? Of course we can't. We already know that each paragraph in a journal entry that should be clearly organized with a topic, sentence and supporting evidence. Okay, then today let's start with a new lesson number 4, pure editing and revising. Pure editing and revising. Then what will be the aim of this lesson? Yes, the aim of the lesson will be pure edit and revise a journal entry. Revise what? Exactly, revise a journal okay. What will be the keywords? Keywords pure edit, revise. Okay, then today we will pure edit our writing. Actually this is a classroom activity, but now you are at your home. You can do yourself or you have to seek the help from your parents or from your siblings. Okay, then if you are doing yourself, you have to read your writing once more, then fill out the checklist in S4. If your parents or siblings are doing this, what you have to do, let them read your writing and fill out the checklist in S4. After reviewing, what you have to do, you have to underline the mistakes in your notebook. Ready? Okay, then all of you take your workbook, take page number 29. Peer editing and revising. Peer review checklist. Tick yes or no details. First one, does it have an introductory paragraph? If it is yes, you have to put tick there. If it is no, you have to put tick there. Person's name. What the person does. We have already done where in S3 too. So, does it have a paragraph about the person's life? If it is yes, put tick. If it is no, you can do there. Topic sentence. Then the supporting evidence. The evidence, what is supporting the topic sentence, that you have to write there. Does it have a paragraph about an important trait of the person? We know that the third paragraph includes about the trait of the person. So, if it is yes, you have to put tick there. If it is no, you can do there. Then the topic sentence and supporting evidence that tells about what? To tells about the trait of the person. Then, does it have a paragraph about the relationship with the person? If it is yes, you can do. If it is no, you can do like the topic sentence and supporting evidence. Topic sentence and supporting evidence you have to write there. Then, are the verbs in the present tense? You have to check out the verbs. Are the verbs in the present tense? If it is yes, you have to put tick there. If it is no, you can do like. Then, words with S or ES. We already learned where we will use S or ES. Then, you have to write down the words with S or ES and words without S or ES. Both conditions we already learned. So, it will be easier for you. So, you have to write the words with S or ES and you have to write the words without S or ES. Then, does it include any sentence which is not part of the topic? If there is any sentence, you have to. If it is yes, you have to put tick there. If it is no, you can do like that. And the sentence, which sentence is not about the topic, that you have to write there. Okay, everything is ready. Tell me, are you ready? Yes. Then, what are the errors that you have noticed in your writing? Tell me, is there any mistakes in your writing? Yes. And who will tell me? Yes, you tell. Okay, there are no clear paragraphs. There are no separate paragraphs. Then, incorrect use of verbs. Then you tell me. Yes. Spelling mistakes. Then, missing what? Missing topic sentence and supporting evidence. How can we conclude all these errors? How can we? Tell me. Some of the errors we have noticed in our writings are: there are no clear paragraphs, incorrect use of verbs, spelling mistakes, and missing topic sentence and supporting evidence. Okay, then what should you do with the feedback that you have got? Or how will you correct your mistakes? Tell me, how will you correct your mistakes? We should carefully read our writing and revise our writing by correcting our mistakes. If you are correcting your writing yourself, what will happen? We should not be able to find out all the errors in our writings. So tell me, is pure editing better than a self-check? Is it better? Of course. How can we tell that? Pure editing is a good way to check for errors along with self-check, as the person who is reviewing will be able to find all the errors that we have missed. Okay, that's all. Have a nice day. Thank you.